What kind of music you listening to?
I listen to everything, man.
Yeah.
I do. I listen to a lot of classic rock for whatever reason. But I've been listening to a lot of Kanye West over the last few weeks.
Tell me, what he talking about?
Kanye?
Yeah.
Well, he's talking about a lot of crazy shit. He actually talked about DMT in one of his recent songs.
Really? You think he did that before?
I think he did.
Oh, man.
Well, I know he's friends with Kid Cudi.
Mm-hmm.
Kid Cudi's been in here, and Kid Cudi's had some psychedelic experiences.
Yeah. Once you go there, it's just you don't want to do nothing else again.
Well, it puts it all in the perspective. It lets you see that as much as this thing seems to be important, this is all temporary, and you're a part of forever.
And it also allows you to become comfortable with death.
Yeah. Yeah, you know who's had that? Larry Hagman. Remember that guy Dallas?
Yeah.
From JR from
JR
Dallas?
from Dallas.
He did an interview with CNN once.
And I Dream of Jeannie as well.
Yeah, that's right. He sprung it on him on CNN once. He was talking about how he did acid. He took a big dose of acid, and he's never worried about death ever again. That it just alleviated his worry about passing on.
That's wild. It's just that because I felt the same way. And I said, wow, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. I think DMT even more specifically because they think
why does it affect the mind that way? What causes it to affect the mind that way?
They don't totally know.
That it make it visualize everything.
They don't totally know. They know that your brain makes it. They know that your body makes it, they should say. They know that it's produced in your liver and their lungs, and there's some evidence now because they found it in rats that the pineal gland produces it, which is that's the third eye of Eastern mysticism. That gland actually in rats, they've proven, produces DMT, and they think it does so in people too.
Once I did, I wanted to do it again and again and again. And they said, you shouldn't do it too much, Mike. But I was like, man, I got to, grasp what's going on here. Why am I feeling this? Like, why did this, in a weird way, humbled you?
I don't think you should listen to the people who say you shouldn't do it too much. I think you should do it as much as you want.
That's what I agree with, too.
Yeah.
I agree.
You could handle it. If you could handle being Mike Tyson, you can handle doing DMT a few times.
DMT, yeah, that's where I think I'm going. I think I'm going in that direction.
Well, I mean, it's not something you should do all day, every day, but you can learn a lot from it. It's very beneficial and very strange that it's illegal. It's illegal.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Even though Terrence McKenna had a joke about it because your body's making it, so everybody's holding. We all have it. It's illegal, but it's like making blood illegal. Everybody has it.
Isn't it wild when they go to Sonora Desert when they find these toads?
Yeah. Yeah, I've never experienced it from the toad. I've only
experienced it on
television. With the way they extract it?
Yeah, they grab him and they squeeze it. They bust his pimples and they bust it on the glass of mirror and then they take it off and they let it harden.
Yeah, they let it dry in the sun. They scrape it off with a razor blade.
Yes.
I've only had it synthetically made in a laboratory. You used to be able to buy it online. You used to be able to buy a fucking can of it, like this big, enough to get a whole state high. You just buy it online. It was totally legal.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's bizarre that it's illegal.
Well, they would say not for human consumption. Well, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with it if you're not using it for human consumption. But you used to be able to buy it.
I've never felt anything like that before.
No, nothing like that.
Makes me not want to do anything. Nothing else can supersede that.
How long ago did it happen?
I don't know, around 2 months ago.
Yeah. Did you write down what happened after it happened, or did you record it?
No, I wish I did.
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Yeah, me too. If it goes away like a dream, right?
It comes off, you're so scared that, it starts off like this to me, like, no, yeah! That's how I start. No, I don't want to be this. I said, hey, I want this to stop now. The guy was like, hey, you're on the ride. And I'm like, no, yeah! I love it. Yeah. I love you.
Yeah, you love everybody.
Yeah, so spazzed out.
Yeah. Did you have a hard time letting go?
At the beginning, I was fighting it. I was saying, stop. I wanted to stop now. Just stop this shit now. Stop. And the guy was like, hey, the show was like, I can't do it. You got to go for the ride, dude. And it was like, oh, man. It's like I'm dying. Things are going in my face. I'm seeing the Aztec things. I'm seeing toads. I'm just seeing weird animals and things. They're just flying. It's like another chamber. It's boom, flashing. You're like, boom.
Yeah.
And you gone. It's like a rocket. You taking off. Boom.
Yeah, it's beyond your imagination.
Yeah, it's inconceivable. Can't even explain it to no one.
Well, I'm hoping that they start with psilocybin because I know MAPS, they're doing some great work with that, trying to get these things legalized, especially they're doing MDMA studies with veterans and people with PTSD, and they're having great results. They're moving into psilocybin. They would love to get psilocybin legal, and it's up for ballot. I think it was in Oregon. Is that where it is? It's up for. I think Oregon is up for legalization this year, and it may be eventually in California as well. They may.
How you think they're gonna do with that?
It should be legal. Doesn't kill anybody. It should be. It's not a bad thing if they regulate it. If they make it for therapeutic use and just set up centers where experts can show. But they shouldn't make it prohibitive for people to own it or even grow their own. It's not a bad idea to set up places where people can do it under a professional's care, a shaman's care, a physician's care. That's a good idea. But making it illegal is a bad idea because it helps a lot of people. You know, people think of it as a party drug. They think you're going to do mushrooms and freak out and go fucking run around naked. And, what's on mushrooms?
I used to do mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I love mushrooms.
Yeah. Well, psilocybin and DMT are very closely related chemically. All those really potent psychedelic drugs are very closely related. They all break down in some similar path inside your brain and give you that weird ego dissolving experience. You know, that's one thing.
Yeah, most of the